Many elementary school students in Alachua County could be at a new school next year and not by choice. TV20's Jordan Markoff explains why overcrowding in schools is causing a possible zoning change.
The new Terwilliger Elementary School only opened its doors 2 years ago. Perhaps because it is a newer school, it has at least 100 less students than some of the nearby elementary schools. And school board members say those schools are extremely overcrowded. It's Hidden Oak, Childs, and Meadowbrook elementary schools that district officials say are in that boat.
Lunch is very crowded. We need like 6 tables for like one class. My class has 22 students and we are all squished together. It is horrible.
To fix the problem, district officials are considering rezoning the area, sending more students to Terwilliger Elementary.
I wasn't entirely surprised. The school has gotten a lot more kids in the last few years with all of the incoming, like all the new houses being built and things like that.
According to district officials, there are 602 students enrolled at Terwilliger, but they have the capacity for nearly 1,000. I spoke with board member Leonetta McNeely on the phone, who says 4th grade students would not be forced to change schools since they only have 1 year left.
I do feel sorry for other students that are settled, or maybe they have siblings here that are in 4th grade, and it would be a big family, have to take one to one elementary school and the other to another elementary school. I think that'd be a bit stressful.
Parents can share their input on the possible rezoning at Wednesday night's school board meeting at 6 p.m. Reporting in Gainesville, Jordan Markoff, TV 20 News.